Okay, you've imported your bank transactions and your Sage bank balance should agree to your bank statement. A bank reconciliation should honestly be a normal thing, a quick tick box before you carry on chasing your dreams. But wait, there's this glaring difference between Sage and the bank statement. What now? Sure, you could head over to the Fun Accountant YouTube channel and watch my bank reconciliation videos, but I've got a bit of a cheat code that I use whenever I'm confronted with a difference. And in this video, I'm going to show you how to quickly find what's causing that mismatch and make the corrections and get your bank balance in Sage agreeing to your bank statement. People often ask, why do we even need a bank reconciliation when we're importing bank transactions and using bank feeds? Shouldn't it match automatically? That's a fair question. Back in the old days, bank reconciliations made obvious sense. Checks took forever to clear and deposits took time, and your bank balance was always behind your books. These days, most payments are instant, so it feels like everything should just match automatically. But importing transactions doesn't guarantee that your bank balance is correct. It simply means data moved from your bank into Sage, and things can still go wrong. A feed can skip a day or duplicate transactions. An import can be incomplete, and items can land in the wrong bank account, or someone can accidentally delete or edit transactions that affects the bank balance. So, the bank reconciliation is still your independent verification. It's where you prove Sage agrees to your bank statement. With that said, let's launch Sage. To get started with Sage, go to the Fun Accountant website and click free trial. There's also a link in the description. You land on the Sage Business Cloud Accounting sign up page. Fill in your details. You'll see my referral code, pre-filled. Please don't remove it. It helps fund these tutorials at no extra cost. Thanks. And verify your account with the SMS code. When you see OTP verified successfully, you can log into Sage. On the left side of the screen, Sage is open, and on the right is the bank statement. According to the information I've been given, all the transactions have been recorded in Sage. But let's test the accuracy by doing a bank reconciliation. From the dashboard, go to Banking in the top menu, then Transactions, then Reconcile Banks and Credit Cards. The reconciliation period is from 1st of August 2024 to 31st of October 2024. Enter the bank statement balance, exactly as it appears on the statement. And when I press enter, you can see it immediately. It doesn't reconcile. We've got a difference of 31,281. Clearly something is wrong. And this is the part that gets most people. What now? Where to from here? Where do we even start? Now the next step, I do something a little different to most people. Instead of opening the bank reconciliation and try to hunt for the difference in there, I find it easier to first get bank transactions recorded in Sage into a ledger style report. The reason is simple. A ledger layout looks much more like a bank statement and makes it easier to compare what's in Sage to what's on the statement day by day and line by line if needed. And when I really struggle, I'll print the bank transactions report and go old school, pen to paper. It helps a lot because the moment you physically tick things off, missing or duplicated items jump out. But let me show you how it works in a real life example. Head back to Banking in the top navigation menu. Then Reports and click Bank and Credit Card Transactions. The best option for the date range is Custom Dates. Set the start date to 1st of August 2024 and the end date to 31st of October 2024. This company has more than one bank account, so I make sure I select the bank account I'm reconciling right now. You don't need to complete the rest of the fields. Just click View Report. Do you see what I mean? The Sage Bank Transactions report on the left looks very similar to the bank statement on the right. We've got an opening balance on the 1st of August of 1525,760.72, and it agrees to the bank statement. And here's the clue. Always start from a point that agrees and then work forward from there. In our case, that's the balance on 1st of August. Now watch this. There's a 10,000 Rand deposit and the balance on 22nd of August still agrees. Then a 100,000 Rand transfer out on 29th of August and the balance still agrees. But then we hit the first problem. The interest received is not recorded in Sage. That's our first error. After that, the 30,000 funds received is recorded correctly, and so is the 420,000 on 17th of October. But then we've got two more interest items that are missing. 9796.99 on 30th September and 11102.42 on 31st of October. Both interest received and neither is recorded in Sage. Now I could capture one transaction, refresh, capture the next transaction and refresh again. But in this case, it's only 3 missing items, so it's a quick fix. All right, open the banking transaction screen. This is where transactions are imported and processed in Sage. Because only 3 transactions are missing, they can be manually captured quickly. And you'll notice the transaction on the Bank Transactions report is also sitting right here under the New Transactions tab. The simplest approach is to follow the date order of the bank statement. Start by adding a new line right below 29th of August and enter the transaction date as 31st of August 2024. For the description, use the wording from the bank statement, interest payment generated. Leave the type or category as account, then search and select interest received. For the reference, use the same format normally used during imports. The transaction date followed by a sequence number. VAT is already pre-populated, and under the received column, enter the amount. Then tick reconciled. Next is the interest received entry for 30th of September. For the description, copy the previous one because the bank used the same wording. Category stays the same, interest received. Copy the previous reference, then change the date in the reference. Enter the amount from the bank statement. And tick reconciled. The last entry is basically an exact repeat of the previous 2. Once that is done, click Save Changes. At this point, it looks like we've recorded all the missing entries, but we can't guess. We need solid confirmation. Here's the key part of my workflow. Don't jump back to the bank reconciliation screen yet. Instead, go back to the same bank transactions report. Run it for the same historical period and confirm that the balance agrees. So, running the report again. And now, the Sage Bank balance of 1917042.11 agrees to the bank statement. Perfect! Once the Books' bank balance agrees to the bank statement, make it official. and keep proof of this control by doing a proper bank reconciliation. Stay with me now through the bank reconciliation process. After that, I'm going to share a bonus workflow that will be helpful for you to stay organized and boost productivity. At the top navigation, click Banking, down to Transactions, across to Reconcile Banks and Credit Cards. We're reconciling the same period as the statement, 1st of August 2024 to 31st October 2024. Enter the statement balance, and this time you'll see it. Zero difference. That's what we want. Sage agrees to the statement. To keep evidence of this control, click Print. It saves to your PC. I'm opening it from my Downloads folder and placing it next to the bank statement. And there's the end product, a clean bank reconciliation. Now for the bonus section of the video, where I share the important productivity tip. Go back to the banking transaction screen. Select the transaction lines that have been processed and click Mark as reviewed. That moves them out of new transactions and into review transactions, keeping your new transactions banking section nice and clean. Then, as soon as new transactions hit Sage, they'll appear under new transactions, making it obvious what's new, what's done, and what still needs attention. Whether you're importing bank transactions or using bank feeds, it's still essential to perform a bank reconciliation. And when you get that dreaded difference amount, don't panic, don't start guessing. Use this workflow instead. Run the bank transactions report for the same period. Start from a point where the balance agrees and work forward until you spot what's missing, duplicated, or incorrectly recorded. Fix the entries, rerun the report to confirm the balance agrees, and then make it official by completing and printing the bank reconciliation as proof. Hopefully this workflow helps you as much as it helped me throughout my career as a chartered accountant. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.